It's your girl Lonnie 24K, and today I'm here with a get ready with me. Now, I don't really do these much because I usually don't talk through them, but this one I am talking throughout the whole video. So in this video, I'm just gonna give you guys a little glimpse of what you will be listening to. In this video, I'm just gonna be giving you guys like a little life update about what's been going on in my life, how my mental health has been, and my like relationship status. You guys know my relationship status changes a lot. So if you guys wanna know that, continue watching this video and go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you are a new supporter, hi, welcome to Lonnie Gang, and you are returning, then welcome back. I love you guys. We are on the road to 200K. We're at 124,000 subscribers. So keep subscribing and hitting that like button and sharing with your friends and reposting. And I'm gonna stop talking and let's go ahead and get into this video. This is me trying to decide if I'm going to record or not. I like a blueberry muffin, and I just feel weird, y'all. I feel so weird. Like, I already woke up not having a good day, and I just feel weird right now. Hi, what's good, Lonnie Gang? We're here with a get ready with me. I'm trying to decide. I'm gonna cut my fan off, y'all, because it's on right now. It's really loud. Yeah. I don't even know why I want to record. Well, first of all, do you guys see my blue hair? Yeah, I don't know how to feel about it. I feel like I look like a Smurf. I know, do they have blue hair or are they blue? I'm not sure what they are. Or blueberry. This hair did not turn out how I wanted it to turn out. I'm sure that the hair video will be up when you guys see this video. So if you want to see how I dyed this hair, because I did record it, I will link the video in the description box down below. But I was like, let me record a get ready with me, because I just feel like I have a lot of stuff to talk about with you guys, and I'm sure when I start talking, I'm probably not even gonna know where I want to start or whatever. But I actually do know where I want to start. So first, let me get my stuff so I can put my foundation on. That's a little better. So yeah, guys, as you guys can see, I've already done my eyebrows and I've already moisturized my face and all that good stuff. So now I'm just about to put my foundation on. But for starters, I wish you guys could comment, but since you guys can't, whatever. How have you guys been? How have you been doing? How is Lonnie Gang? We're currently at 124,000 subscribers. So I appreciate everyone who has been rocking with me since the beginning, and everyone who is new, welcome to Lonnie Gang. I hope that you guys like my channel and are like, you know, getting to know me and how I act. If you guys aren't already following me on my, I think it's time for me to buy a new one of these because it's not coming out. If you guys aren't already following me on my social media, all my social media will be linked down below, and I may put it in the screen. It just depends on like how lazy I am. And it will be at the end of this video, where you guys can follow me on my social media and just stay up to date, because when I'm not posting on YouTube, I'm posting on Snapchat and Instagram mainly. Oh well, I don't know, I use all of my social media accounts the same. So like Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. But yeah, guys, so how have you guys been doing? All my Lonnie Gang subscribers that are in school, how is school going? As you guys know, I'm not in school. I've been thinking about going to school, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't really looked into it, so I don't know what I'm gonna like do as far as that. I've been saying that I'm going to like look into going back to school, but I haven't done it yet, because this past couple of days, guys, I've just been not there. Like, have you guys ever just felt like you're just not there? Like, it's just not, you know, like when you have those days where it's just not your day. But I've been having like a weekend where it's just not been my day every single day. I've just been in like this little mood. Like, it's just been this cloud over me, and I've just been down. I haven't been wanting to do anything. I've literally been sleeping all weekend. I've been sleeping all weekend. It first started, guys, and if I look right here, it's because I'm looking at myself, and like, yeah, I should be looking at the camera, but I'm really looking at myself. But anyways, guys, yeah, I've just been like in this little funk, and it all started because it's this fake page, y'all, on Instagram, and they're like, it's like a page just like in Canada, I think, and many people, when I say many people, have wrote me and told me, like, you know, people think this account is real, they're pretending to be you, blah 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 blah. People think it's a real person in Canada. And so I've like tried to get the page deleted, but do y'all see that right there? What the fuck is that? I've tried to like get the page deleted, but it just, I don't know, like Instagram just won't delete it. So I had a moment where I was like, okay, whatever, I'm just gonna leave it alone. But then like more people keep writing me now. This has been going on for like 2-3 months now that people have been writing me about this page. So I was just like, you know, okay, I'm gonna report it. And I posted on my Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram, like if you guys could go and report the page for me, because like too many people just keep writing me about it. Well, I reported the page, and if you've like been through like an impersonation account before, you have to like put a whole bunch of information and fill out a form and all this good stuff, submit a picture with your ID or whatever, and all that. So I did all of that, and I've done it before, so like I normally didn't hear back from them until like the next day. So I just waited, like I didn't think nothing of it. Well, but like any normal person, not any normal person, because I'm sure that's not like the first thing that y'all do. But the first thing that I do when I wake up is like I check my phone. So you guys know that I've said that I've been like asleep all weekend. I woke up at like 4 a.m. and I went to my Instagram, and it said you've been logged out. So the first thing that I thought was, okay, I've been hacked. Like someone hacked into my page. What the freak? Well, I have like backup pages that like no one knows about. So I went to those pages and I couldn't find my Instagram. So I was like, okay, maybe they blocked like my page, because I follow myself on the page, on my like second page. And so I was like, okay, I logged into another page because I have like this other page, and I tried to do it through there. Mind you, no one was up because it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. So I had to like really figure this out on my own. Like I'm like, oh my gosh, what is going on? Somebody didn't hack my page. What the hell? So I looked on the other page and I couldn't find it as well. So I was like, okay, what is going on? So then I tried to log into the page again, and it was like user not found. So then I tried to log in by my phone number, and that logged me into something totally different. So like now I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, what the freak? So I go and I try to like create another account under my username, because I'm like, okay, if my page got deleted, then I want my same username. So I tried to go and find create a new account under that username, and it was like username already taken. So then I tried to log in my email, see if they sent me an email. They didn't send me an email. And I'm just like sitting here like, what in the freak is going on? So now it's about like time I'm getting Tiana dressed. So I see that my sister is up, so I write her and I'm like, hey, can you go and see if you see my Instagram? And so she goes and she sees it, but nothing's popping up. Like it says Instagrammer. So now I'm like, okay, well, at least it wasn't hacked, because what the freak? Like, I don't know what I would do if it was hacked. I'd probably have like die. Oh, not literally, but y'all know. So I was like, okay. I had my other sister check, and she sent me a screenshot of what it looked like, and it was like it you couldn't see it. And then I had my auntie check. So I was like, okay, it looks like Instagram deleted it. So I emailed them, and I created a backup page, because I was like mad, but I was like, okay, if I don't get it back, then, you know, whatever. It's just followers. It's just Instagram. So I could always like get more followers and just start over fresh. There's nothing wrong with starting over fresh. So I was like, okay, whatever. But like low key, I was a little like sizzling. I was like, what the hell? Do you know how long it took me to get this far? Like, it's not even that many. They're not gonna take me serious. They're not even gonna care, because they're gonna be like, girl, this ain't even that many. Like, get off my face. But I wrote them like a million emails, and I was like, you know, you guys deleted my page. You didn't even give me a reason why. Please email me back as soon as possible. And I wrote them the same email like 4 times. And then I even wrote Zunie. You guys, if you guys don't know who I'm talking about, she's from the group Sorority. Well, she's a former member of Sorority. She's no longer in Sorority. But I wrote her on like my backup page, and I was like, hey, because I know she just went through like a similar situation where her Instagram got deleted or whatever. And she like never wrote me back. Whatever. She never wrote back. But Instagram ended up getting with me that night and was like, you know, hey, we deleted your account by mistake. You should be able to log back in now. We apologize for any inconvenience. And I was like, mistake? You deleted it by mistake? How the hell? How'd you do that? How'd you delete it by mistake? I literally sent you a web page to delete, and then they didn't even delete the page that they needed to delete. But I was like, whatever. I'm not sending in no more impersonation things, because y'all not gonna have me and my feelings deleting my account again. But literally that had me like, it took a toll on me a little bit. Like, I was in the bed because I was like, dang, I've been doing so good, and I've been having like a good time. Well, not a good time, but like things in my life have been going good for me. So I was like, I knew something was gonna go wrong, but like, dang, that's like my job. Like, this is my job. And like, when stuff starts affecting with my money and how I feed my child, like, that's a problem. That is a problem. Then another thing is just, I don't know, I just feel like I'm always trying to keep it together. I'm always trying to keep it together. I'm always trying to be strong. And sometimes it's just like, I just feel like I'm at a breaking point. Like, I just break, and like, I don't really have no one there for me, or like no one there to talk to and stuff like that. Like, I have my friends, but like, they have their own life, they have their own problems. I don't want to bother them with things that I go through. And then you have the friends who go through stuff as well, and then you know, maybe like, I have friends who like text me, let's hang out, and I'm just like, you know, sometimes I can't always make it to hang out, or sometimes I just like, I'm going through things, and literally what keeps my mind off of certain stuff is working. Like, when I work, I don't think about certain things that like bring me down or get me down. And then like, I just been going through a lot of things lately that I'm not proud of. And you know I'm human, and I'm still growing, and I'm young, but I just feel like I'm too old to be making like those kinds of mistakes. And it just takes a toll on me. Like, it takes a toll on me, and I just constantly have a battle of like trying to not let things get me so down and so worked up. Like, I try to control my emotions and think positive of things, and you know, I pray a lot now. Like, my relationship with God is like a lot better than what it used to be. Like, I remember in high school, I was what grade was I in? A junior. I was a junior in high school, and I had this teacher, and if you went to Washington, then you guys know who I'm talking about. She was my Spanish teacher, and she was very nice, and she was so sweet, and she was down to earth, and she always talked about God. And you guys know, like, you're not supposed to talk about God in school or whatever, but like, that's what she believed in. She was very personal with us to a certain extent. So, you know, God played a big factor in her life, so she always talked about God. And I've always, you know, my family is Baptist, I think, so I've always grown up and I've like learned about God a little bit, but not for real. Not to where it's made me like want to know like what is this, and you know, not like, I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying, but she was the reason why I've like opened my eyes to even think about having a relationship with God. And I told her, like, I remember going to her and I was like, you know, I want to have a relationship with God, but I don't know how to. Like, when I read the Bible, I don't understand. When I go to churches, I don't understand. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. And she ended up, she talked to me a lot. Around at that time, I was with Tiana's dad. So, you know, I just talked to her a lot about things that we went through and things that I was going through at home. And I remember coming to school one day and she bought me a Bible. And I still have the Bible to this day. Let me show you guys. Here it is. This is the Bible that she bought me. And she wrote in it, it's like I don't want to say like a teen Bible, but I think it is a teen, yeah, it's a teen study Bible. So it like breaks it down for you. And I was just very appreciative. That's why I say, like, it's like literally the little things that matter to me. And she wrote in it for me. She gave it to me. Oh, you guys can't see, but it says 2016. And that just meant a lot to me that she did that. And honestly, to believe it or not, like, since then my relationship with God has gotten so much better, like tremendously better. Like, I talk to him, I come to him more instead of like, you know, turning to other people. And I talk to God more, and he shows me a lot of things, and he opens my eyes to a lot of things. But I am human. I still sometimes often make the same mistakes that I shouldn't be making, but I'm human. So, oh my gosh, y'all tell me if y'all don't like when I do get ready with me, because I always get distracted, like, about what I was talking about. I mean, I remember now, but I usually get distracted and I'll be forgetting what I was talking about, and I move on to a whole nother topic, which that's what I'm about to do now, because I totally forgot why I was telling y'all the whole story. Oh, I was just telling y'all that I've like been getting closer to God lately, and you know, I pray about a lot of things and all that good stuff, which brings me to my topic where, like, I don't know if I talked about this in a video, but if I didn't talk about it, we're gonna talk about it now, because why not? I feel like I always have new things going on in my life, so like I should always like update you guys. And like I have like probably like 2 or 3 videos called life update, because I really be trying to like update you guys and let you guys know what the hell is going on in my life. That brings me to this topic where, like, I know most of you guys are like curious, like, oh, Keilani, do you like girls, or like what's your relationship status, what you got going on, what's going on? Because you literally just pop out with somebody and then the next minute y'all not together. But anyway, so the last that you guys know is that I had a girlfriend, and then I was single. And that's why I'm just very particular about who I put in my videos and like who I put on my channel. Like, I remember we had recorded videos and I was like very skeptical on if I was gonna post them or not, because I didn't, like, I don't know, like, I'm not gonna say like I knew we was gonna break up, but because like, you know, when y'all be with somebody and y'all be really feeling like, oh my gosh, this is gonna work type thing, like, yeah. Yeah, I don't think dating girls is for me. I've tried it and I don't know, maybe it's just not for me. Like, it don't work out. It don't work out ever for like a long time, so I don't think it's for me. Like, I don't know, I'm not knocking it. Like, I think it's a beautiful thing, beautiful. Like, I feel like love is love. I still feel like that, but it's not for everybody, and I don't think it's for me, because like it never works out. But I'm single, and I've been single since what? Since August. Well, it's only September. It's only September, but like, okay, I've been single since like the beginning of August. Yeah, the beginning of August, I think it was like the beginning of August. Oh my gosh, it's not even a long time. But this time, y'all, I'm staying single. Like, it's no joke. Like, it's no joke out here. Like, I'm done with it. People don't act right. And now I finally, after like 3 years of trying to date, or like not giving myself enough time to figure out who I am, I'm finally done dating. Like, this time I'm gonna stay single for a long time, which means I'm not gonna talk to anyone. So like, just because I said I'm gonna be single, that don't mean hit my DM, because I love very hard and I get attached to people, and I just don't be knowing how to control my feelings, you know. And I actually, the next go round, I want to like take it slow with someone and, you know, be their friend and get to know them first and all that good stuff, so we can like actually see if that's gonna work before I actually try and get myself into another relationship, okay? Because I have never actually taken time to myself to be single and learn to be alone and learn to like love myself and figure myself out. So now I've realized like I have to learn to be alone. Like, being alone isn't a bad thing. I don't know why I don't like being alone. I guess because most of my teenage years I was in a relationship. Like, I was practically married. Okay, y'all don't understand. When I was with Tiana's dad, we were like practically married. So going from that into this whole world of being young, and I was a mom, and then these boys my age, I'm sure like the ones older, they're the same, but especially the ones that are my age, like, they were horrible. So yeah, my dating experience has been sucky. Like, sucky is not even the word for it. It's been horrible. And now I'm just actually figuring out that, you know, it's okay to be alone, and I'm trying to like teach myself how to do stuff alone, which that's the hard part for me, because like I don't like going anywhere alone. Like, nowhere. Like, to the mall, to the movies. Like, I know people who go to the movies alone, and I'm just like, what the freak? What do you mean you go to the movies by yourself? Who wants to go to the movies by themselves? And I was actually just talking to someone recently, and well, nothing, it wasn't serious to me, but he was like trying to be like my boyfriend, act like my boyfriend and stuff, and I was just like, wait a minute, let me, because that's how it goes with me, y'all. That's why I'm always in a relationship, and I'm just spilling the tea on myself. But like, don't be like this. If you do this, like, stop it now. I always find myself talking to somebody I like, and I'm like, yeah, like I like them, I'm gonna take it slow, whatever. And the next minute we start talking about what we're gonna do this and how we're gonna do that and how we're gonna be together. And I end up talking myself into a relationship that I'm not ready for. And now it comes time and I figure out that you do this and I don't like that. Like, I'm not gonna put up with that. But I'm already in a relationship with you, so now I have to go through the whole process of breaking up. And yeah. So before it got to that point, I was like, yeah, like, you're not my boyfriend. And if I wanted to talk to other people, I could talk to other people. Anyways, y'all, back to what I was talking about. Whole purpose of what I told you guys previously is that I'm just at a point in life where, I know my worth now. It took me a very long time to figure out my worth. Like, I didn't have anyone around that showed me how a man is supposed to treat a woman. So it took me having to figure that out on my own, on how a man is supposed to treat a woman. And I'm like now figuring out my worth, and now I'm just not settling for less. I'm not as available as I used to be. I'm just focusing on being a better me, because I have to get me together first. I have to get me together most importantly for Tiana, but also for myself. Like, I feel like, life is just overwhelming sometimes. Life gets overwhelming sometimes with, like, trying to figure out yourself and trying to be the best version of you that you can be. So now I'm just in that. This chapter in Keilanij's life is Keilanij's figuring out how to be the better version of herself. And I'm sure it's not going to be an easy ride, because life is not easy. But, yeah. There we go. So, yeah, I'm just at a point in life where I'm just trying to be the best version of myself that I could be. And I'm like figuring out myself more. I'm learning to be alone. So no more relationships for me, guys. Like, I'm going to be single until God sends me my soulmate. And quite frankly, I just messed my eyelash up. Great. I have not been praying about a man or love. I've been praying for guidance and strength. So yeah, a relationship is like the very last thing on my mind. But with that being said, I don't want to be a hypocrite, because if you guys follow me on the internet, like, I always repost like the love stuff that I see, because like, who doesn't want love? Who doesn't want to be loved? Who doesn't want to be in a relationship? Who doesn't want a man who loves them and cherishes them? Like, yeah, that is what I want, but it's just not my time for it. So when the time comes, I'm sure God will have me ready. When God wants me to have a man, then I'll have a man. And it's also just kind of like, and this is the last thing that I'm gonna say, and then we'll go into like something else that I've been wanting to talk to you guys about. But it's also kind of hard because, I don't know, like, I just feel like Tiana needs like a man figure in her life who can show her how a man is supposed to treat a woman, so she doesn't grow up like how I am, confused and doesn't really have like a good choice in men, because I never really seen how a man was supposed to treat a woman, and I don't want that for her. And as much as we hate to admit it, like, yes, single moms do an amazing job raising their children by themselves. No, you do not need a man, but kids do need a dad in their life, whether we want to admit it or not. They need a dad in their life. There's going to be certain things that that Tiana's dad can teach Tiana that I can't teach her, or a certain love that he can give her that I can't give her. And she doesn't really have that right now. So that's like, I don't know. I'm not saying that like I want like, oh, I want my boyfriend to come in and like I want a boyfriend so he can come in and be a dad to Tiana. Like I'm trying to find Tiana a dad. Like no, that's not the case. I just want to there to be a male figure in my life and her life as well, so that she can see like this is how a man should treat a woman, and so her standards can be very high. But until that point comes in life, like I'm going to like do my best to help with that, and you know, try and explain to her her worth, and you know, that she's a queen and she should be treated nothing less than a queen. Is there somebody for everybody on this earth? I don't know. This new generation has me very concerned. Everyone cheats nowadays. Like I'm kind of even scared. Like I'm a sucker for love, guys. Like I'm a sucker for love. I believe in love at first sight. I mean, I know movies aren't like real, but I believe in like the fairy tale love. Like I'm a sucker for love. I believe in true love. I believe that it's still people out there who believe in love, and you know, my time will come. My time will come. Like I'm not settling. Like I remember I had told myself then like I was happy with him and he did things that made me happy, but like every guy was going to cheat. So I was literally going to settle for him cheating and just like accept it as long as he put me first. What the hell was I thinking? Try me now. Like hell no, I'm not settling for nobody cheating on me. You cheat once, but you got to go. I said I was not gonna cuss this video, and I don't think I've cussed this whole video except now, but like no ma'am, I'm not tolerating no cheating, because when you love somebody you cannot cheat. I'm a firm believer in it. But then that's another thing. Like I feel now I'm like scared to get in a relationship. I feel like everyone's lying to me. So like yeah, right now it just ain't on the agenda. But let me tell y'all what is on the agenda, because I feel like I've been talking about like boys and relationships and all that kind of stuff for a long time. So let me tell y'all what is on the agenda for Keilani from now on. YouTube, I'm sure you guys have been seeing, I've been consistent. Like for me, this has been good. Like I know it's been like probably every other 4 days, but this is good for me. Can I please get a round of applause? Because I've been trying. So like I've been like really thinking about my career a lot lately and just ways that I can be successful. And then I also like I research a lot of ways that I can like better myself. So like I still haven't found a therapist yet, guys, but I've been like trying. I write my thoughts down a lot, so that helps me. But I've been just thinking about ways that I can figure out how to be more patient. Like I'm not patient at all, and I really want to learn. So ways that I can be patient. And if you guys didn't know, I live with my grandmother. I tell you guys that all the time. And we have custody of 3 other kids. Well, really, she has custody of 3 other kids, but like I've been here, and we got them when I was in high school still, when I was like a kid, so I had no choice but to stay with my grandma. But we got them when I was in the 9th grade, so they've been with us for a very long time now. And I kind of like made a promise that I would help my grandma out with them. So like I live here and I help her with them. I try my best to help her with them, but like sometimes like that gets overwhelming for me as well, because it literally feels like I have 4 kids. Like them 3 plus Tiana, and it just gets overwhelming for me, because I'm like, damn, if I wanted to have like 3 more kids, like that's why I didn't have no more kids after Tiana because I couldn't handle it. And now it's like I have extra children, and like it's not their fault, so I try to be there for them, but I don't really know how. Like I'm still trying to figure out how myself, and I'm trying to figure out my one, let alone 3 more kids who are older. And like I know how it is growing up, like, you know, without your parents. So it's like they have to grow up without their parents, and I'm trying to like do my best to figure out what can I do to make it not so bad for them. But like I don't really know what to do. I don't know, like I'm gonna figure it out, because like I always figure stuff out, but I just always stress about that too. Like that's another reason why I be stressed out over here. They deserve the world. Like when you have kids, your kids deserve the world, but some parents just don't get it together. I don't know what is wrong with them. They just don't. I don't know if they don't feel like that. I don't know what it is, but yeah. Which is another reason why I never really like looked into moving out, because we have them, and I've just always thought about how hard it would be, because when I move out, I want to move away. Like I don't just want to move out. I hate it in Pensacola. I feel like I'm holding myself back from like so much potential, and it's just seeing more stuff. Like it's way more stuff than just Pensacola, and I'm here. Like I'm just freaking here, and I hate it here. If I'm putting my blush on wrong, don't judge me, okay? Because I totally don't know how to put it on. I thought it'd go like on this little cheekbone right here, but I really don't know. So yeah, this is probably not even a good brush, but this is the brush that I'm gonna use, so don't judge me. I don't know, like I kind of want to incorporate the kids into my channel, but like I don't know like what we would do. I don't know. I don't know nothing, y'all. I don't know anything. Like I'm just going with life every day. What do young boys say? I'm just going with life until death call my name. Okay. I think I'm gonna go with this little gold today. Feeling a little golden today. I actually feel better. I feel like I've just sat here and talked out my feelings with you guys, because I've been feeling like shit all morning, and I feel better now. Looks a little pink. That might be a little too dark. Well, this is my finishing look. Thank you for tuning in to my video and listening to me rant and all that good stuff. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you are already subscribing. Please let me know if you guys like when I do get ready with me's, or if you don't like them and you don't want to see them on the channel anymore. Let me know that as well. I like you guys' feedback. I wish you guys could comment, but it's YouTube's fault, not my fault. I know it's kind of like all over the place, but thank you for tuning in, and yeah, bye.